Hello fellow travelers, as you know our goal is to stay in every all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana. As of the recording of this video, we've stayed in 11 and this is our ranking so far. Number 11, Dreams Punta Cana. When we stayed in the Dreams Punta Cana resort, it was scheduled to close for renovations due to its acquisition by the Hyatt hotel chain. This resort was indeed in urgent need of renovations. We're curious to experience the changes when we return to the Jewel Punta Cana, as it is now called. Among the things we loved was how friendly the staff was. Everyone always had a smile on their face and was eager to help. Our room felt super clean. From the moment we went through the door, you could smell the room was very clean. The hotel grounds were beautiful, the landscaping was well done, and the vegetation was lush and tropical. We were also pleasantly surprised by the beach. Even though the Dreams Punta Cana is located in Royalton, and this is not our favorite beach area, we found it very pretty, clean and organized. The food in the a la carte restaurants was delicious. The night show was very entertaining and the performance was above average. The crowd really got into the night show. The pool area is massive, spanning almost from the lobby to the beach. This was our favorite feature of this resort. Now let's talk about some of the things we didn't love. The buffet could have been better at best, almost no variety, and not that tasty. Breakfast was probably the biggest disappointment. The room looked old and worn down. The decoration was from another time. We felt like we went into a time capsule. Everything in the room looked run down. The same is true for the rest of the hotel. Furniture in all areas is begging to be replaced. We hope Hyatt brings this hotel to the 21st century. We've left a link to our full review video of the Dreams Punta Cana and every other resort on this list down in the description. Number 10, Occidental Punta Cana. This resort holds a special place in our hearts because it was the first one we stayed in after we set our goal of staying in every all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana for this YouTube channel. We loved the beach. The resort is located in Bavaro near El Cortecito, one of our favorite beach areas. The beach furniture was in great shape and there was plenty. The Occidental also has a nice pool variety. The pools are big and clean and make you want to take a dip. We especially enjoyed the waterfall faucets in the main pool. The hotel grounds are beautiful. All the buildings look well maintained. They also do a great job with the landscaping, immersing guests in the Caribbean setting. The ocean view from the beach buffet is one of the best we've seen. Meals here remind you that you are in a tropical paradise. Now the things we didn't love. While the view from the beach buffet was great, the food could have been better. They had a good variety, but the taste was not all there. Vegans and vegetarians had little to no options available. A notable exception was the desserts. They were among the best we've tasted in Punta Cana. Our room didn't feel fully renovated as advertised by the resort. Also, the lobby felt outdated and worn down, lowering your expectations right from the get-go. While the staff was never rude, they weren't the friendliest, especially the wait people. We sometimes felt like we were asking for a favor. Again, never rude, but not that welcoming. Number 9, Ocean El Faro. We stayed here to celebrate a special occasion with friends. We weren't planning to review our stay, but we couldn't help ourselves. For this reason, we experienced the Ocean El Faro for longer than any other resort on this list. We loved so many things about the Ocean El Faro. Their lazy river was incredibly fun, and we could spend the whole day floating and grabbing drinks at a nearby bar. Did you know you can book Punta Cana excursions online? We've handpicked the best tours and made them 100% online bookable at NittyGrittyTravelers.com/Punta Cana. The pools at this resort were also stunning and very relaxing, especially the one closer to the beach, which was a bit quieter and more peaceful. We were pleasantly surprised when we found out there was a bowling alley included in our stay. We loved this amenity so much that we ended up skipping some night shows to play here. Even though there were a lot of guests staying at this hotel, the wait times at the bowling alley were not as long, so we could play around 4 rounds in one night. We also spent a lot of time at the coffee shop, which was our second favorite spot. The coffee was excellent and the atmosphere perfect. We didn't love the beach area. It was rocky and not very well maintained. There was a lot of seaweed and we feel there wasn't enough staff picking it up, nor did they have the proper equipment. While the pools were really nice, there was a huge drawback. There were not enough shades in the pool area. The food at the buffets was average and sometimes even below average, with little variety. Our biggest issue was that the room didn't feel clean. The toilet area smelled bad and the shower had mold between the tiles. Number 8. Palladium Punta Cana. We got more than we bargained for when we booked at the Palladium Punta Cana. When you stay in this resort, you can use all the amenities in its sister resorts, Palladium Bavaro and Palladium Palace. In this video, we'll indistinctly discuss the amenities and areas of all three resorts. We loved how Dominican and tropical this resort felt. The landscaping and grounds are beautiful. And since this is not a new property, the vegetation has time to grow, and they have taken good care of it. The food at this resort was delicious. Even though we only ate at the buffets because we couldn't get a reservation at the a la carte restaurants, we didn't miss them because of how good the food was at the buffets. The same has to be said about the drinks, which were great, delicious, and good variety of cocktails. We were treated extremely well by the Palladium staff. Everyone was friendly, attentive, and very respectful. We loved that everybody wanted to contribute to making our stay perfect. Thanks to its size, it was great having so many amenities available at the Palladium Punta Cana. However, this can also play against it. We didn't love that the property is too big and you need to walk a lot to get from one place to another. You can use a train, but wait times can be a bit long. Another not so positive thing was that it is almost impossible to make reservations for a la carte restaurants on the first night of your stay. In order to make a reservation, you need a room number, and they won't give you one until 3 p.m. By then, there won't be any spots available. Our AC didn't cool down the room enough, and there were only 2 small pillows on the bed, which made sleeping a bit uncomfortable. Number 7. Royalton Bavaro. This is a very popular resort in Punta Cana, and we were excited to stay here. We were able to get a room upgrade using our Marriott Bonvoy Gold status, and the swimming pool was a great addition to our stay in the Royalton Bavaro. We loved the pool variety at this resort, especially the infinity pool near the beach and the 2 bubbling jacuzzis. The drinks prepared at the many bars are great, super tasty, high quality ingredients, and a good amount of alcohol. The food in the a la carte restaurants tasted great. We loved the coffee shop with its sweet and savory snack options. The staff at this resort is among the friendliest we've interacted with. Everyone is always smiling and willing to help make your vacation a little bit better. The swimming pool in our room was one of the highlights of our stay. It was on the cool side, but it was super clean and felt very inviting. A lazy river is an excellent addition to any resort. This one was big and there were plenty of floaties. Sadly, there was a problem with the water current during our stay. We didn't love the beach. It was okay, but for some reason it pales compared to the beach of the RIU Republica, which is right next door. The night entertainment could have been better. The night show was just okay, and since there's no nightclub, the night show is all you have. The restaurant's decoration was generic. There were long wait times to eat at the a la carte restaurants. The most likely reason is that there are few of them. Our room looked worn down and had a bad smell during our stay. Number 6. RIU Republica. We stayed for the first time in the RIU Republica in 2019 and had a great time. We were eager to see if it had maintained the quality and the fun vibe we had experienced a couple of years back. This was the first adults-only resort we stayed in. The beach at the RIU Republica is on our list of favorite beaches of Punta Cana. We simply loved it. We also loved the variety of pools and different vibes this resort offers, from the party vibes to the more relaxing, chill atmospheres. There were plenty of umbrellas for shades and chaise lounges around the pools, which was very pleasant. During the day, the entertainment team will be around the pools doing its best to maintain a great vibe and keep everyone happy. Our favorite amenity at this resort was the water park. It was so much fun and we could spend our entire day going up and down the slides. We also loved the food. It was great value for the money, and we were pleasantly surprised to see they offer a lot of seafood options. The staff at this resort is also very friendly and attentive. We didn't love our room. It felt clean, but the furniture was worn down, especially the sofa, which had scratches all over it. Some toiletries were placed out of whack, and the towels were in poor condition. The biggest negative was that the drinks were watered down. This being a party resort, this was a huge no-no for us. If you ever go to the RIU Republica, ask the bartender to make your cocktails very mean so they're not watered down. Before we get into our top 5, remember that we'll keep visiting Punta Cana all-inclusive resorts until we've stayed in all of them. To see our up-to-date ranking, visit the link on the screen or click the one in the description. Number 5. Live Aqua. John was dying to stay in this resort for quite some time now. That's why when we found a good deal, we decided to go for it. The Live Aqua is also an adults-only property. They do a great job catering to couples celebrating special occasions. We loved how well organized and clean the beach area was. The sand was raked and seaweed was picked up. It made the beach look great. It became our favorite in the Royalton area. The staff was top-notch, super friendly and professional. The pools are beautiful. They feel very private and intimate. We loved the sports bar. The food here was delicious and they served great drinks. Speaking of drinks, they are superb throughout the resort. The bartenders know their craft and prepare fabulous cocktails. Almost all the food we tasted was excellent, with the sole exception of the Mediterranean restaurant, where it could have been better. The coffee shop was a cute little place to hang out and grab some snacks. We loved our room's balcony area. Great view, comfortable hot tub, and good decoration. We didn't love the rest of the room. The layout's concept is good on paper, but not our favorite in execution. We felt there was little privacy in the bathroom area and the cleanliness needed to be improved in the toilet area. For the price, we also felt the minibar was subpar. There were not enough waiters in the a la carte restaurants, therefore service was slow. This of course is not the overworked wait person's fault. The buffet was only open for breakfast during our stay, significantly limiting our food options. Night entertainment was underwhelming. The theater was closed and the shows took place outside by the coffee shop. Number 4. Falcon's Resort by Meliá All Suites. This was the newest resort in Punta Cana when we visited. When we booked, we thought everything would be brand new, but the Falcon's Resort was just the Paradiso's Grand Cana with a new name. We had yet to go to the Grand Cana, so it was a new experience for us nonetheless. From the moment we arrived at Falcon's Resort, we fell in love with the property. The lobby was one of the most beautiful lobbies we have seen so far in Punta Cana, and the landscaping and grounds of this hotel are just breathtaking. We loved the pools. The main pool is massive and beautiful. There are pools outside each building, which was great for distributing all the guests around the resort. Overall, we loved the food at this resort. The buffet, even though it's small, the variety will not disappoint you. The a la carte restaurants we tried were really good. Honestly, the food was excellent. The same can be said about the drinks. They were fantastic. Great cocktails, especially the margaritas. We were treated like royalty by the staff at the Falcon's Resort. They are very attentive, friendly, proactive, and respectful. The highlight of our stay was our room. It was a massive suite with a hot tub in the balcony and the best minibar we've seen so far. On the things we didn't love was that the hotel is not beachfront, so you need to take a train to the beach. This made us question the value for our money. We've paid way less for other upscale resorts in Punta Cana that are within walking distance from the beach. In addition to this, the beach area was not very nice. The furniture was old and shabby, and the sand was not raked. Honestly, it looked disorganized. Also, the water park was more kids-oriented, which was a bit of a letdown for us, and there were not enough chaise lounges and umbrellas around the main pool. Number 3. Royalton Chic. Since we saw a YouTube video by James Williams, aka Coolest, we wanted to visit this adults-only resort. Unfortunately, we went a couple of days after Hurricane Fiona affected the area and there was some damage and spaces closed. We kept this in mind while forming our opinion of the Royalton Chic. When we arrived, we loved how friendly the staff was. Everybody was very attentive and eager to help. After checking in, we went to explore the resort and were pleasantly surprised when we saw the pool variety for such a small resort. We loved the drinks at the Royalton Chic, and since this is a party hotel, for us it was crucial to evaluate the quality and taste of the drinks. We simply loved them. At first, the resort was very quiet, and we were wondering if the party reputation was just hype. Then, at 3 p.m., everything became wild. A foam party started in one of the pools, loud music, entertainment, and great drinks. Overall, we loved how well produced the entertainment at this resort was. The food at the a la carte restaurants was delicious. We especially loved the Italian restaurant, and the coffee shop is a must. We fell in love with our room. It was beautiful, stylish, and in a word, chic. It was a great room. We didn't love so much that the AC didn't cool down the room enough, but we were able to sort it out thanks to the ceiling fan. We also didn't love the food at the buffet. It was just okay, and there wasn't good variety of options. Unfortunately, our room also had a bad smell that came and went. We couldn't identify where it was coming from, but the smell was unpleasant for us. Number 2. Dreams Onyx. The Dreams Onyx was only the second resort we reviewed and has stayed at the top of our ranking ever since. There is so much to love about this resort. It raised the bar after our subpar stay in the Occidental Punta Cana. We loved almost everything about this resort. The food was delicious, especially the a la carte restaurants. They were very well decorated and felt like real restaurants outside our resort. The staff was extremely friendly. We didn't encounter a single grumpy employee during our stay. This is not a big resort, but there are so many pools. We were astonished when we saw how many pools there were. The lazy river and the water park were incredibly fun. They were definitely highlights of our stay. We loved that we had access to the Breathless Hotel right next door. It gives you more options to eat and drink, and since the Breathless is sort of a party hotel, you can leave the kids for a bit at the Onyx and escape for a quick party. The Dreams Onyx is beautiful. The grounds and vegetations are lush, and we fell in love with it. We've been wanting to come back ever since we visited this resort. We also loved our room. It was beautifully decorated, super comfortable, and best of all, it smelled delicious. We honestly had a hard time finding faults at this resort. We didn't love the night entertainment. It was almost non-existent. You won't get your typical Punta Cana resort night show here. Some a la carte restaurants can take a bit too long to bring your food, especially the Mediterranean. Number 1. Lopesan, Costa Bavaro. We kept hearing from friends that this was the best resort they'd stayed in, so we had to see if this was true. Boy oh boy, the Lopesan did not only meet our expectations, but it also blew past them like a rocket. We love this resort. We recommend it so much that we're afraid people think that they're paying us to promote it. We love the beach of the Lopesan. Playa Bavaro is consistently voted among the best beaches in the world year after year. There's a nice variety of pools, but our absolute favorite is the Infinity Pool. It's one of the most beautiful pools in Punta Cana. The food is delicious. It's not the best we've had, but it's right up there. There is an excellent selection of restaurants, all of which are super well decorated. Speaking of decoration, the resort itself is gorgeous. With great attention to detail, they've managed to build one of the most beautiful resorts in the area. The complex is massive, but every nook and cranny is well thought out. The drinks are also well prepared at any of the many bars. The sports bar and the English pub are two must-visit spots, along with the coffee shop, one of our favorite places in the resort. The water park is great fun for the whole family. It's not extreme, but we had a lot of fun. Hands down, the Lopesan has the best gym we've seen in a resort. Even the cheapest rooms are gorgeous. It's one of our top 2 resort rooms. It's modern yet cozy. Not easy things to balance. Night entertainment is top-notch. Great performers, a huge theater, and a vibrant nightlife after the night show is over. We must mention the staff, one of the friendliest in Punta Cana. To list things we didn't love, we had to nitpick. The music in the main pool can be too loud and constant. The toilet area in the room could be improved by making it more private. We hope our ranking was helpful. Now click on this video for 16 Punta Cana vacation tips you must know.